Welcome to the best damn arm wrestling sports show. This is your special guest, Wisdom Donny Brown from Ghana. Yeah, and your host, rather, and Scott. I
What's
salute.
up, buddy? How you doing, man?
I'm fine, thank you, man.
Good to see you. How's the weather in Africa?
Just managing. This sport is a sport of choice, so many people are out there trying to get into the sport. So we are here in Africa to try to get people up, and at the same time, we are doing our best. So you'll soon see us over there. I'm so very lucky. I've been in the world level, and I couldn't meet. I wanted to meet you over there in Kazakhstan, but we couldn't make it there. So I hopefully see you one day.
You will
Yeah,
be
well,
here one day. Just keep training, master the art, and we will definitely see you at a tournament eventually.
All right, all right. I salute.
so Donnie, how'd you get into the sport? What got you
Oh,
started?
okay. You want me to tell you my story, right?
Yes.
Okay. I got into this course. I was in the gym, normal training, doing my normal training, and I remember one of immigration officer. He came to the gym, and I was the one instructing the boys. So he checked me, and he was looking at me, and he said, "Oh, there's some new sports which they introduced to Ghana national team 2016." So he know the coach and the president himself. So they want me to join if I want to join. I wasn't knowing much about the sport though, so I tell him, okay, I'm interested. So what's the next? He said, okay, when it's ready, he will let me know. So by the week time, I'm talking about 2016. A week time, this man called me and we met. The discussion was to meet the coach so that we can take it from there. So I prepared towards it, training. I don't even know how to train in arm wrestling. I just have the muscles and I do my normal training. So when the time catch, we met the coach, which is called Coach Ni Nakanya. Some more times you see me whenever I go to camp, he's the one train me. He's my personal coach now. So we went to him and they introduced me to two sports, which is arm wrestling and weightlifting. So first day, I tried the arm wrestling, and unfortunately, the pain that I went through, I wasn't happy at all. Oh, my elbow, my triceps. Okay, I said, let's see. So the next day, they asked me to try the weightlifting. I couldn't because of the elbow pain that I felt the first day. So it was interesting, and I said, okay, let me keep arm wrestling. Let me, fight in arm wrestling and see if I'll love it or the pain. Because of the pain, I wasn't much interested in arm wrestling. But when I got healed and I started getting the strategy and the enthusiasm within the game, so I start liking the game. It took me about 1 month, and from there, which is 2016 November, from there I was okay, and that's all. That's how I got into the game. Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, I think we all learned about that pain in the beginning. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what? Oh,
It wasn't easy at all. Sometimes I'll come home and I can't even bath my back. I can't even use the sponge or something to touch my back. It was very painful. But later on, I said that the game is very sweet game. You pass through the pains, but very sweet game.
Now, how many tournaments have you competed in now that you've been arm wrestling for 8 years?
Um, you know,
No.
I've been in national, no, region. Here we have the regional. I think in several, like I can't count for now.
You've done a lot of competitions over the last 8 years, and in Africa, what does the competition stage look like? I mean, I've seen some videos on YouTube where there's huge crowds supporting the athletes. Is that typical, or was that kind of like a one event thing, or how is the sport of arm wrestling growing in Ghana, for example?
Okay, I'm wrestling started really in Ghana from 2016, but it wasn't all that popular. By 2017, they went to Nigeria for Africa All Africa Championship. In 2018, they hosted in Ghana here. That's where they involved more media. So many people were hearing I'm wrestling, but they don't really know how the game. So our president decided to make it a live show on television, about 4 TV television. So from there, whenever they hear arm wrestling, I think the the disciplines apart from football, arm wrestling is becoming a more popular. Wrestling is becoming more popular. The game that when you post it out there, people will come out and watch. Arm wrestling can play anywhere, either on the streets, roadside, everywhere. But when you post it out there, people will pull out and come. Everyone want to participate. So when in terms of arm wrestling, I think people are liking it. People are liking it, and because of less support, that's why many times you can't go to the media or go to the TV station to show it for people to come or do advert for people to come. But many people like arm wrestling here in Africa, especially in Ghana here.
Yeah, we found this match, and let me see if I can show you real quick. Found this match online, one of your matches that you had, and it looks
Okay.
fairly easy. I mean, you're definitely you're one of the top athletes in Africa, it looks like. I mean,
Yeah, this
look,
this this was a super match. I think, yeah, super match. This match. I went to one of our region to camp myself for about 3 weeks because that guy I won. He was always winning me on the super matches and the national championship. So I personally went for camping with my coach for about 3 good weeks. I trained consistently. That's why I was able to beat that particular guy. He was he was 85 kg, and I'm 70, 69, yeah, 69 kg.
he
But,
he outweighed you substantially. I mean, he was, almost 20 kgs heavier than you. That's a big difference in weight.
yeah, yeah.
45, 50 pounds almost. That's a very big gap. And even another video I found, you're arm wrestling somebody, it looks like for TV. And here, let's see, I can share this as well. And he looks bigger than you too.
Yeah, he is 95 kg, and I was 72 that time. And he's my captain, the team captain, national team captain.
And right now, you guys still train together, or
We train together, we do everything together. Sometimes, this match was I think the name of this match was this program was Independence match. So it was very tough. Live on TV. Live on TV. This is our national television, Ghana television. So it was live, and it was a big match for me. I lost the game, but I see myself as I'm a good fighter at that time.
I mean, you stopped him before the pin. I mean, you were close to making a recon, a comeback. You were rotating out, and
Yeah,
definitely he's obviously 25 kilos heavier than you, so that's a significant difference in weight.
He's 95 kg. He always fights 95, 90, 95. And now I can't even increase my weight from 70. So that time I was able to eat a little to get 72 kg to fight.
So you walk around at 75 kg now, or you're at 72 still? What's your weight?
As I'm talking right now, I'm 71 kg.
You're 71 kg. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Any competition I used to.
approximately like 157, 158 pounds. So
Yeah.
that's a good class. It's a lightweight class. And then so you guys have an arm wrestling specific gym. It looks like I found some footage on you doing some training in your gym, working it looks like back pressure.
Yeah. This the gym that I normally train. This is my personal table. I did a personal table for myself. So they have given me a space where I keep my table. If I want to train, I bring it to the gym inside and train. You know, I don't have many people in the gym who do arm wrestling training. They are all normal bodybuilders. So they're even afraid of, training with me. So I always do things myself. But other people, they live in different places where you have to pick up from about 1 or 2 hours before you go to their place. So I always train by myself. That's my personal training.
And do you have a big team that you train with, or is it a smaller team of guys that you guys work trainings
You mean
together?
the gym? The gym?
Yeah. Well, for arm wrestling specific.
No. Unless when it is national camp, that's where they find a gym, a big gym that we all can go there and train. But other than that, we don't have arm wrestling gym here in Ghana.
Like
We,
who are some of the other guys you train with? Like I know there's what's his Aska? I don't even know how to say his name.
Azuka, the guy that I let him met you in Turkey the last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a funny story of how me and Wisdom met. You want to tell him how we met?
What?
Do you remember how we met? You and I, how we met. Do you remember?
Yeah, I think we test I test you on Messenger, and later on, I think about 1 month time, you went to the World Championship,
In
and I told
Turkey.
you, yeah, Turkey, and I told you my captain is there, my president is there, so I'll let them meet you in person.
Yeah.
And you said you want them to, you want you people to exchange JC or something like that. Yeah, I remember that conversation. So that's where we got to know ourselves from there. So you have even met the guy that I fought on the
Yep.
video that, yeah. So that's where I think we start talking.
Yep. That's it. I remember. That was pretty cool.
Now, Wisdom, what technique do you think you use the most? Are you a top roller? Do you like hook, press?
I'm a top roller. I don't like hook. If I will hook, unless I was able to catch you, you hold me. When you hold me, then I'll come back. Even if I come back and I see that it's not working, I just go back to top row. So I'm fast on top row. Top row is my best thing. So I always practice in top row. But you have to, as a puller, you have to get all the techniques. But I'm fast. I'm fast on top row. That's how I fight.
Now, who do you have like a favorite arm wrestler?
Yeah, my favorite puller. um, at the first, my favorite puller was Pauline. You understand?
Yeah.
But later on, I see how Devin used to provoke people. If even he can't beat you, he can provoke you, put you into heat level. He can win you through that. So I began to love Devin Larrat. So now my best puller and my mentor is Devin. how he fights, his body stature, the way he train. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. So he's my mentor for now. Yeah.
Nice. So you like to talk with your hands up in front of you a lot, and it's like you're
Sorry?
blocking the view of your pretty face.
Sorry?
I
think
said
he
you keep
likes
putting
you,
your hands
Donny.
up and you're block. Go ahead, tell him.
So, Donny, random question. If you could have a super match against an American at the same weight as you, who would it be?
You know, there's this guy I've been watching and following his video. What's his name? One of Ambender, like so he has some name called Ambender. Let me check if I can see. I'm sorry, I'm coming. Scott, I think you have a picture with that guy.
Jeff Hale.
No, I'm coming. Wait. He's a serious and he's a slim guy. He's a serious fighter. He's the one I want to have a super match with. With
Do you know where he's from? Like
I
what
forgot.
state? What
Let
state?
me check. I think no, I forgot. You just wait. I don't used to chat him. I just follow him and I watch his matches, but I don't know much details about him. So uh,
Oh, that again. It's a little guy, right?
coming.
So anybody who's watching this episode, Donnie's trying to get out here. He needs a visa. He needs to be invited to a tournament or an event. And once you invite him, he can go and get a visa for his invitation. So we've been trying to get him an invite for a while to a couple of events. So if we could do that, that'd be awesome. Be good to have him out here in the States. Probably thinking of Jim Coyle, huh? Maybe. Rip his thumb off. He'll never come back again. Reza.
Okay, you see this guy? Let me show you. You see this guy? I don't know if you can watch this.
Probably not
Coming.
going to show with your background filter. You probably better to give us a name because of the filter. If you take off the filter, it may.
Can he send it to you?
Yeah, you can send it to me. Shoot it on over.
You could
Let me
send it
forward.
messenger.
Let me forward this video. This view on. Coming.
Who are you pulling in the background, Reza?
Veleniga Brava.
I'm coming. Let me send it to Facebook. Scott.
Don't send it to me.
Yeah. Let me send it to you on Facebook.
Oh, no. Oleg called me while we're doing this. That's why I cut off.
Yeah, have you seen? Okay. I'll forward it to you too on Facebook. Check.
Yeah.
Have you
Caleb.
seen that guy?
I think
Devin?
it's Caleb. I'll share it. I don't even know his name. I know who he is, but I don't know him very well. Scott, you'll know him.
Scott know him. This guy, yeah. This guy.
Is that Caleb?
Yeah, that's what I think. It's Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Hell yeah, we'll set you up against them for sure.
Yeah, this is the guy I want to fight.
Yeah, it's Caleb Armbender, he calls himself. He's pretty good.
Yeah,
He's
he's
pretty
very good
good.
guy. Very good guy.
He's like a low hand top roll type of guy.
Yeah.
He tries to low hand you and turn
Yeah,
outside. You
that's how
clamp
he.
on to the lower, if you clamp on with your lower fingers,
No, higher.
that'd be my tip. Hold on to the back of his hand with the lower fingers. He tries to go
Okay.
outside, you keep his hand, keep control.
Okay.
He's not gonna like that. I told you that. We'll have to bring him on the show here pretty soon too.
I think you have to bring him on the show. Let me talk to him. Let me challenge
Yeah.
him.
We'll get you a match with him for sure. He's like 165 though.
Okay, which is 75 kg, right? 75 to 80 kg.
Reza knows the weights.
No, he's 165.
Six? No, not 65.
Scott,
He'll be
Caleb's
75.
165.
Yeah.
165
65?
would be something like 76 kilos.
No, that's yeah, I guess that's right. 80s, 176. So yeah.
Let's see. Whenever I get there, I'll make sure I fight that guy because he's very strong.
We'll put some weight on you with American food. You'll put on 10 pounds right away.
Remember, the more you add more weight, the more you fight more weight category.
Yeah.
So you fight according to your weight. So I believe in being light and fighting higher. You understand?
That's how I am.
Yeah.
That's typically how I am. I'm light as well. Typically, when it depends. Again, if you go to something like the Worlds, you're gonna want to fight in your weight class. If you're fighting local guys, then you can go up heavier if you have the ability. But when you start going to higher caliber tournaments, the guys that are your weight, they're pretty nasty.
You just got to be careful that you don't blow away if you're too light. You know what I mean?
Okay. I even wanted to reduce to 65 for this world championship coming next month. Yeah, I wanted to reduce, but I can't.
Donny, how tall are you? How many centimeters?
My age,
Your height?
my height. I think. Do I even really know my height? 5 point something. Yeah.
5 foot something.
Yeah, so he's.
I'll check. I'll check it and send it to you. I think 5.7 or something like
Yeah,
that.
because typically
He's
people
probably like 5'6".
typically people that do top roll, they have a long elbow to fingertip,
Okay.
long elbow to knuckle measurement, and they tend to have.
From my elbow to my fingers are very tall, very tall. More, yeah.
So
Yeah, the height sometimes doesn't make a big difference unless you're really tall. But most people have similar to the same length arms. Like Baskin has a pretty long arm. You think his arm's short, but it's not at all. Even though he's short, How old are you?
My age, my mom said. Excuse me. I think I'm 32 now. Oh yeah, something like that. I'm 92 born. So
born in 92, yeah.
yeah, 92.
So what is that? 28? 92?
Do the math, Scott. I'm gonna let you do it.
Well, 82, I graduated. I was 18, so he's 28. Right?
Who is that?
You're 28?
No, I'm 80 plus, 30 plus.
How old are you?
He's 32, Scott. If he was born in 92, it would have had to have been 2020 for him to be 28. So he's 32, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I stutter?
Don't give Scott your money. He will give you back less.
I'll do one pull-up for every 4 you do. All right, I'll bet you
Exactly.
$20.
Scott, Scott, I don't understand you. I'm coming. I said I'm 92 born, so I think November I'll be 32.
Right on.
Yeah, November I'll be 32.
So what's your next big event for you?
My big event is Friday night. We have some show called Friday night. They have been posting it all over. But 3 days today, I wasn't feeling okay. It was malaria. Do you know malaria?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Malaria.
was feeling, I
Oh,
was feeling body pains and I can't eat well and other things. So I want to, quit that match. The match will be 26th. It's one of the festival, our region festival. So it will be a TV show. It's a live show on TV. And I don't want to, because I'm not feeling okay, I don't want to fight. Yeah, so that's the game. After I think there will be a national campaign before the World Championship.
Now, is that, let me see something here. I just found something. You were saying something about Friday 9th, but it looks like I might have found, is this it?
Ghana Wrestling Federation. Yeah?
Hmm.
Okay, this 2018. This was oh my boy. Come.
Hey, little buddy.
Yeah, that's my boy.
that's your boy?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never met him, I don't think, right?
Huh?
Only your wife. What's up, bud?
It's now 2 years, so you can't even let
Nice.
me come in. You'll see him well. Let me get off the background so that you can see him well.
Yeah. You just gotta come closer, I think.
Yeah, see?
Hey,
There he is.
hello.
Maybe. Bye.
Tell him where we're at. We're in America.
Yeah, he will soon be in America.
Let's see your muscles. Let's see.
I don't think he likes you, Scott.
Yeah.
Do you
He's
know
got bigger arms than you, Reza.
when
No.
I get back, I give birth to this boy. Anytime you see him like this, anytime he's sleeping, you see him like this. So it's a puller.
Yeah,
Nice.
natural arm wrestler. You get him into it
Yeah,
young, he'll get really good.
Very well.
water. Go water. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I'll be back. He's just paused his video. I'm looking at some of his training stuff online right now. I'm doing
There we go. My shit coming up.
one of his videos he has. Okay. Well, that didn't work out very well.
You pulling up a video?
Oh, I was looking for videos, but I think I've gone through the majority of what there is. Be interesting to see if we can get more information on the event that he's going to compete in. Wisdom, you gotta there you go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so was this for a TV show as well, this video that I found here of you training?
Okay, let me watch. Yeah.
That was for a TV show as well, or what was that for?
I try to, I mean, I have to do new video, which is classic video, which can, I mean, improve my followers and my subscribers on YouTube. So my cameraman try to, I mean, come and do something, do some petty training so that you can get more videos for my YouTube. That's why we go to do this about 1 month ago. We did it about 1 month ago.
So that's a
So
recent
it was,
video of you training for your YouTube. And
What's that?
in Ghana, for example, are there a lot of arm wrestlers that are trying to promote themselves through social media as well?
yeah.
And have
Yeah.
you guys noticed that maybe in the last few years the social media has been getting more people following them, or is it something that's growing really fast out there?
Here, there's one guy called Azuka. I think Scott know him.
Hmm.
He was in the media first. What he do is he was a movie actor, so he's already in the system. So when he started the arm wrestling, he just used the sports, so he has more followers. But apart from him, I don't think we have Pulex who has more followers on YouTube or something like that. No.
So the athletes are still looking to grow their influence. Obviously, it's something that you guys are trying to do. And like for example, in Ghana, are arm wrestlers recognized as arm wrestlers? Like in America, there's only maybe a handful of American arm wrestlers that they can walk on the street and people would recognize them. In Ghana, have any of the arm wrestlers other than the one celebrity become recognized?
Um,
Yeah, what's his name? Your buddy, the actor.
Well, that's
that's
the one
that's
person.
Azoka,
Yeah.
the actor. Yeah, that's Azoka. He's very popular. Yeah, yeah.
What's his name again?
Azoka.
Yeah, it's
But
okay. You could pull up
yeah,
his
he,
videos.
his real name is Derek.
Yeah. Sin Reza his name, and he'll pull him up.
I
He
got it.
does a lot of funny videos, dude. Like he does a lot of little skits, but he's an actor as well. He's big, really good arm
Yeah,
wrestler too.
when you go to my YouTube channel, you see. Okay, I'm coming. How can I post video here? I don't know how to. Okay, he's the one on my background. You see,
In
he's
the
the one.
yellow.
Yeah, on the yellow.
He's funny. He makes some funny videos.
Yes, that's what he does. Let me show you his. I'm testing the name to you. Rather, I'm testing the name to you for you to search now, right?
Yes, sir.
Does he speak English?
Azoka, yeah, he speaks English.
Yeah, he does.
But now he's in UK now. He's in UK.
UK?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
England, UK, United Kingdom.
United Kingdom.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how Donny does against Caleb. I think that'd be an interesting match, actually.
Yeah, I think Donnie's got a strong hand. So it would be, I think it'd be a good match. Caleb's gonna try to slip and go on the straps, of course.
I sent you his profile link on Facebook. So check.
Okay, let's see what we get here. Oh, he does skits like YouTube skits.
Yeah, dude, he's
Yeah.
hilarious, man. He does a lot of funny ones, man. Very funny.
Huge, huge.
Yeah. Oh, he posted this, right? Okay, this was February. I think we did this when we were in the national camp for all Africa games.
Oh, looks like
You
that
can,
guy's gonna have to work out a little bit more since he lost.
Yeah,
yeah, you can beat
that,
him, right? Wisdom,
That was
you can.
him. That's Wisdom in the video, I believe. On the left,
Yeah,
on the
like,
right side, that was Wisdom, and I think he got hand control. So they're like, "Yep, you get to go do push-ups." That's awesome.
yeah, he's actually in a couple movies too.
he's 110 kg.
Oh, so he's big.
He's
One
big,
day,
dude. Very
very,
big. It'd be cool to get you and him out here to the US. That way you guys would be together, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Here's another
People.
video.
So he's the one you watch where you see the crowd go crazy, Reza,
And
when
this
they're in the auditorium. Yeah.
the guy he was battling with is a very popular, famous guy here in Ghana. He's so they are just doing some demonstration. Yeah.
This guy would destroy Devin.
Which one?
This guy, Oscar. Oscar. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Azuka. Say
Azuka.
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 Yeah, Azuka.
See if I can find that video.
Do you think he can destroy Devin?
No, I was just playing. Who knows, though? It's possible. Right now, Devin's not as strong as he was. He definitely isn't as
Devin,
strong as he was.
no, Devin is not strong in his left, but not the right. The right, if Devin plan to train towards you, he train. That's, I think that's what I know about him. When he said, I'm coming for you, he trained. He watch your video, he watch your fight, he trained. That's how I am. You understand? If
Yeah.
I want to fight you, I can dream with your matches. I can dream with your training. Whatever you do, I'll dream. If I'm training because of you. So anytime that I get you, I fight you like my enemy. That's
Right.
how I fight. Yeah. That's how Devin behaves.
Well, he was special forces, so he definitely approaches things with a very military approach, and that obviously creates a sense of focus where he's gonna pursue things with a different mentality, you know. But against someone like Levon, you can pursue as much as you want, but that guy's just a straight tank.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pursue that guy. That's interesting. Remember, we were talking to Andre earlier, Scott, and he was saying, you know, if you arm wrestle Levon 1,000 times, you might be able to get him 1 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
Need is that one, which is an interesting perspective.
Hey, man, like I said, if I was in Derek Smith's body, you know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, I'd be the world heavyweight, super heavyweight champion.
Yeah, I don't know if I could be a champion in Derek's body. Derek's a good arm wrestler, but I'd prefer to go with like, um, what's that guy's name? Sean Bradshaw or not Sean, the big guy, the heavy
Oh, Brian Shaw.
Brian Shaw. Yeah,
Brian
I
Shaw,
don't
yeah.
even know him very well, but I know he's a beast. And if I could have that guy's hand and arms for a day,
Yeah,
I could
true,
change. I mean,
true, yeah.
he just needs the
I mean,
technique, bro. I mean, if that guy literally had technique, he could be lethal. Super.
yeah, I mean, those, both Devin and Derek are trying to train him. I wish we had a chance to get over there and give him a couple little tips, but
I'm not big enough. If I can't beat somebody, they don't want to learn under
right. No, I know.
me.
Trust me. I know. That's like I said, until you get them on the table and you can impress them by just gripping up with them and holding them, until then they will never
I did
respect
that with
you.
Eric Spoto, and he trained under me,
True,
so
yeah.
he was a big boy. you know,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I could do that to that guy. I mean, maybe left I could block him for a second, but as soon as he puts anything into it, I'm gonna be like, damn, my hand and arm hurt. He's a
Somersaults.
pro, he's
You
so
just go somersaulting away like a boomerang.
Okay, Scott,
Yeah.
I still don't understand. I don't know if that's the character of some people. Why is it that I think Brzenk, right? The legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one. Sometimes I watch his video and fight. But recently, I think he has been losing on East versus West match. I don't think that match is very necessary for him to fight because of his records. He has been winning and he's the champion of overall
Yeah.
champion from so many years. So I don't think at his age he has to fight and be losing match with these young guys coming. You know, the young guys, when you are youth, the energy is very high, no matter what.
Yeah.
So I think he has to quit or fight in different ways, either masters or something. They should pair according to his age for him to still keep his his records. For him to I'm not interested about his losing matches these days. What do you think
Right.
about it?
He needs to pick and choose his own matches. He shouldn't have anybody pick. He should be able to pick his own matches. That way he knows where he's at. Like when they put him up against some young number one, number two guy, yeah, his chances aren't that good, obviously, because like you said, his age, he's not the GOAT that he used to be, you know?
Yeah.
So
Also,
I
I
think
think, Donnie, you got to remember this. People like John Brzenk have a long history of prestige. He does have that amazing record, but there's a different perspective, which is when you have sponsorship and there's finances involved in the sport, they encourage athletes to stretch their careers a little longer. And then on top of that, he is a really good arm wrestler. You can't take that
Yeah.
away from him.
Yeah.
And there is always the question, can you beat John Brzenk? No matter who it is, there's always been that question for all these new guys. And it's
Yeah.
almost like a test, like the roadblock. Like, can you get past John to get to that next level? And 5 years ago, John was the level.
Yeah.
20 years ago, John was the level, you know, but as time's going on, naturally you're going to age. Naturally, some of the younger guys, they're going to beat you. And then something that me and Scott have discussed over the years is supplementation, something that
Okay.
steroids, for example, in arm wrestling have become prevalent over the last 10 years.
all sports.
And yes, in all sports. And
Right.
it's a situation where it's becoming socially accepted. So a lot of people are accepting that it's normal, that it's okay. And it's another thing where maybe these young guys, if they were natural against John in whatever state he was in or is in, maybe they wouldn't beat him.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a factor.
So
I mean, we got all the nicknames: pancakes, McDonald's. You know, we got a lot of stem cells, sperm cell, a lot of nicknames for steroids now. But the fact is, it's in all sports, and it doesn't necessarily make you the best. It definitely can help, but sometimes it could go the other way. It can make it can make your tendons frail. And that's why you're seeing a lot of guys' bicep tendons pop because their tendons aren't as strong as their muscles. And steroids make your tendons dry and frail. So it's a catch-22. You really got to know what you're doing. And a lot of these guys are real good. You know, Reza knows like you could be a very professional about it, or you can be an amateur rookie and not know what you're doing. And as like say Paul Italia, for one he doesn't hide the fact that he does steroids and he knows that his tendons got weak. He was strong, but his tendons weren't up to arm wrestling potential. And both his arms, he tore his bicep tendons. So now he knows he's got to strengthen his tendons, and it's a tendon sport. Without a doubt, it's a
I think
team
I
sport.
think about weeks ago he had a kidney stones. I think
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
talking about
kidney stones, yeah. Which
something
could
like
have
that.
been code word for steroid issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not to put a not to
typically
say
the
that it
liver
wasn't a kidney stone, but
the liver and kidney are the ones that take the most damage when you take steroids, and typically you're forced into a situation where if you take one thing, you have to take more things to counter that one thing.
yeah,
Another issue, like what Scott was saying about the tendons, is there are steroids that do lubricate the tendons, which you see a lot of endurance athletes utilizing them. But something else that he was saying is that your tendons can't keep up with the strength gains that the muscles make. So
yeah,
essentially, you start getting really strong, tendons take time to develop. Muscles can be developed quick, especially with
Yeah,
supplementation. But your tendons, it's a
yeah,
lifelong thing. You've met grandpa before who's 60 years old and he's just got the craziest hand strength. And it's slow development over a long duration of time. Versus the young guy, his muscles and his endurance and his power is there, but arm wrestling is a hand sport. It's all about how strong is your hand.
yeah,
Mean, there's a lot of guys that I've personally arm wrestled. They're a lot bigger than me, similar to you in the videos that we watched, where there's guys that are bigger than you, but because you have a good hand, you're able to maintain control of the match.
absolutely.
Technique comes into play as well, but a lot of it is hand strength.
Yeah. Yes,
yeah.
sir. That's a fact, you know. Unfortunately, the game's gone in a different direction. You know what I mean? I just made a post about this just minutes ago about how when I dropped out of the sport in 97 and got back in 09, and I learned about the professional slip, professional elbow foul. It's like,
Okay.
what's professional about that? You know what I mean? It's a grip sport. You're supposed to grip up and hold on, not grip up and try to let go and then try to get an advantage instead of just gripping up and fighting arm wrestling style, old school, mano a mano, man to man, or woman to woman. I mean, most of the women hold on.
It's
There's, you
interesting.
know, and when they do slip, it's a legit most of the time, you know.
Interesting you say that, Scott, because I was on Reddit actually. They have an arm wrestling forum on Reddit, and there's like 30, almost 30,000 people in this forum where they're all talking about different concepts in arm wrestling. And one person was indicating that they pulled up a match with Jet Shaw, and Chance intentionally he goes into a bad position. He intentionally lifts his elbow like 5 inches
Oh
off
yeah,
the elbow pad,
yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
and a lot of people are saying, shouldn't he have automatically lost that round?
absolutely.
Some other people are saying that it's within the rules, so as long as it's within the rules, it's acceptable. And
Right.
others are saying that the rules need to be modified because you shouldn't be able to lift your elbow that obviously in a losing position to
And
regain
get a rematch.
exactly. So
Bullshit.
that's
Yeah.
kind of controversial at this moment in time, and I think it's possible we could see some changes implemented, especially with them talking about the running foul. That running foul could change that. Lift your elbow up, put it back down, keep arm wrestling. Lift your elbow
I
up, put
beat
your
you.
elbow back down, fucking keep arm wrestling, you know?
I still, if I beat you, you can take your elbow foul and put it where the sun don't shine.
I'm wrestling. I think I'm wrestling is about fastness. When your brain works, your body works according to how your brain works. It helps you a lot. You are great. When you go and your opponent was able to move fast, and if you say you can't do anything about it, the only option is to raise your elbow. That's a professional foul. That one, every referee will take a foul. So you just come back and fight.
Here's another option though. You know that your opponent typically drags their elbow back either in a hook or in a top roll. So if you use their momentum of dragging their elbow back to push their elbow off the pad in a manner that doesn't seem like it's intentional, that could be considered professional as well. And now you get a restart with your opponent having a foul, not you having a foul.
Sure. Well, I think that the fact is if you can pull with pronation, you can pull a guy off the pad. He gets an elbow foul. So why wouldn't you be able to push with your tricep like Jerry Cataret, push into your opponent? It's still your move. As long as your elbow stays on the pad, it should be legal. The other guy has to keep his elbow on the pad. So if he's dragging backwards and his
Yeah.
momentum and your momentum forces him off the pad, that's his fault. He should have to keep his elbow on the pad. So intentionally pushing somebody out. Now, when a guy's sitting there lingering on the corner of the pad and he's got you top rolled and he's on that corner of the pad, again, if you push with your tricep, which is a muscle and a legal move, you should be able to push that guy off the pad. If he doesn't keep, he has to keep his own elbow on the pad. That's like, to me,
Okay.
that's like basic common sense.
So let me ask this question. You know, there's two fights, either top row or hook. You understand? When you are hooking, you go in like this. The moment you are going in, it's a push automatically. It's not pull. When you are
Correct.
going in, pull.
Yes.
That intentional pull, when I intentional pull you and the referee see that I'm going in and your elbow slip out of the, so it's not my fault. I think it's the opponent's fault because it depends on the position and how you are fighting. I think the intentional push, some when you are in the middle, you are in the middle and you push this way, like the arms were going straight like this, which is very bad. But when it goes this way, move this way, that's where everyone will see that okay, you are fighting. So that one, when your elbow got off from the pad, I think it's a good foul for you or a win for you.
It's just like wrestling. You know what I mean? If you've got to stay inside that circle when you're wrestling. You can push, throw, whatever it takes with your momentum and leverage to throw that guy out of the circle. That guy has to keep himself in the circle. There's no rules, saying how you can push him out of the circle. And it's the same thing with arm wrestling. You have to keep your elbow down at all times on that pad. So no matter what your opponent's doing to you, it's your obligation to keep your own elbow down. So that's my opinion. And again, going back to the intentional foul, if you lift your elbow up intentionally, you just lost the match. To me, you just disqualified yourself. There's no like getting a second chance. But unfortunately, our rules are allowing this, just like the intentional slip where all slips go to the strap. You're giving that option right off the bat. Oh, if I slip, no matter where I'm at, I automatically get in the strap. The strap is an aid to keep your hands together. Without the strap, your hands don't get stuck together. You need an aid to be able to hold on. That's why you're using the strap. No other reason. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. That's a big part of the problem with the sport evolving. Whereas Devin Lorette would say the King's move is evolution. That's the worst thing that somebody in that position, Devin Lorette's at the top of the threshold, and here we have him giving the worst advice and trying to make this like a move. That's just not okay, man. That's not promoting the sport.
I think he's the reason why he's the main reason why they sanction the King what do you call the King's move from the East versus West. You know, King's move is not working East versus West anymore.
Well, I guess the King's move's better than the King's hook.
That's desperation, man. That's a desperation move.
We don't have King's move in East versus West or King of the Table anymore. Because that move was what helping him some movement some times ago.
Yeah.
And he will do this way, he will be there for a minute, then he'll come back and wait.
Michael Todd, Monster Todd, same thing, right?
Yes.
He would wait for people to tire out. He would elevate his own elbow up higher off the pad, regrip, which gave him an advantage because his arm just got a little bit longer. And then he would stand back up and he would press guys. That's what he does.
Yes.
It shouldn't be allowed. Period.
I don't think his bicep or tricep is working for him again, because when people start like this, when you go, it will go down unless you do this before you'll be able to get energy a little. Do you understand my point?
Yeah, essentially you're saying that separation.
Yeah. When he hold you like this, when you go automatically, anybody can move him to this side. Anybody can move him to about 70% or 80%, unless before he can hold you. If he'll be able to hold you this way, then he can pull you back or something like that.
Well,
So I
also, you gotta
can
you
trust.
gotta understand this,
No,
Donnie, that the main to me the main benefit of the king's move is access to more rotation. So when your arms like this, for example, you only have about 45 degrees of rotation in your arm, but the more you straighten out your arm, the more access to rotation you have.
yes.
So somebody who's trying to utilize the
Or
king's move, they're trying to gain access to more rotation so they can rotate out of their opponent's hand. But in the same sense, you should be able to separate your bicep a little bit to get enough rotation where you're at a 90 degree and still have almost like 90 degrees of rotation through your hand versus only having access to 45 degrees in a starting position. And that should still be considered legal, in my opinion. But the second that your arm goes into an obtuse angle, which is out here, you're rotating and gaining access to more rotation. You're floating your elbow, like Scott was saying, to gain a little bit more height while gaining access to more rotation. That's a problem. And it's a
yeah,
problem when it's
Bob
accepted.
Brown, like Bob Brown is probably the closest thing to a legit King's move. Like Bob drops down just enough, but his shoulder's still at elbow pad height, and he's able to gain that height and the top roll of getting, an advantage legally. But when you drop below the table, like let's say George, Crazy George, that's borderline. And when you allow it, like, okay, get up, and he gets up, but he's already gained the advantage. You know what I mean? It's like you do that 3 or 4 times, and the referee's warning you, stand up, but you stand up, and then you do it again. You stand up, you do it again. Each time you're gaining an advantage. So that's the desperation move. That's complete desperation not to lose. So it shouldn't be allowed, period. My opinion.
Okay.
That's why we got to be careful when we call something the king's move, that it's actually the legal king's move. And when it's not legal, we call it the desperado move. That way there's a differentiation of what's going on there.
I don't even train about that. I don't even train unless it is a critical for me to go down all that way to
Great
about
arm.
it's unless it's a critical, unless my opponent is very strong and you'll be able to hold in the middle. That's
Yeah.
where you go that far. No.
Yeah, well, it's like Reza was saying, the torque, the rotation is not only just rotation. There's like a major amount of torque that you gain when your arm is straight. Like I compare it to a 2x4. When you're prying something, you use it. The longer the 2x4 is, the more leverage you get. So when you extend your arm out straight, at the end of your arm is your hand, and now all of a sudden you've got extra torque with that rotation, and it's extremely hard to break a 2x4. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. And it's very dangerous move for
2x4 is a
people to
wood
do.
work.
Scott, to me,
2x4 is a
the
wood
person
work.
who has the best separated top roll, which I don't necessarily consider a king's move, but it could be perceived as a king's move, is actually Plowman. Someone I
Who?
wanted to get on the show, Plowman Dimitrov. And if you
Oh,
look at his positioning here,
well,
watch
also
back pressure.
Pasquale, right?
Yes.
Pasquale's real good at that too.
And it's
Okay.
to me, that's a perfectly legal
100%.
almost king's move position, but just a beautiful technique the way he implements it and within the rules perfectly, in my opinion.
I agree. Same with Rumstrom. Remember the other Rumstrom? Not Babea, but the other Rumstrom used to set up way out here, but he still was above always. But he still had like that crazy torque. It was just not too many people can do that, but yeah. And again, to me, that's the problem with the sport. We have to clean the sport up and for people to look at it as a legit sport. Otherwise, it looks like a circus show of weirdness. It's like it classifies as a weird sport instead of an actual, like a real sport. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A fine line, but not really. It's like a simple cleanup. We just have to get the officials, and I like, again, we don't even have like to even say that there's a head of like a head referee. really, there isn't, you know what I mean? There's no guy that can sit there and say, well, these are what the rules are until he really knows how to clean them up and make rules that apply to the public, to where the public watches us compete and they're all, wow, that's some awesome shit. These guys are going at it. That's a great match. Not look at it and like, go, what the hell is going on up there? Why did that guy just let go all of a sudden? You know? Crazy.
Well, Wisdom, we got to get you back on the show in the future, and we definitely want to see you out here in the United States, bro. I think.
Yeah, we're gonna get him out here.
Oh yeah, surely. As I'm talking right now, I think I had invitation from
Eric Rusin.
sorry?
Did you talk to Eric Rusin from Canada?
No, no. This is from man, wait.
Sean Hancock?
I don't really keep the name. It's this man.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Whist.
Steve Fernandez, something, no, Fernandez. Steve. You know someone like that? From New York.
New York?
Yeah, from New York. It's an annual classic qualified, something like that.
Steve Hernandez?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who he is. Good.
Yeah, I had the invitation from him. So we are about five boys. So he sent me the invitation, and I had the same invitation from 98% arm wrestling, president
Okay.
run, and vice president, which is
Right. Ryan Groden or something like that, right?
yeah, and professor. So
Cool.
I had many invitation, but the visa is the problem. So now they are booking the appointment for me in South Africa. So I have to go to South Africa and apply for the visa over there.
Visa?
It's 90% for me to get the visa in South Africa more than here. So that's what we are planning for. And the game is September.
Well, you could come and stay at the Arm Academy at my house. We'll get Reza to come down. We'll both work with you.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah.
I don't know how to arm wrestle.
I know. You just know how to tell people how to train. I know.
We
Really good at
will
talking.
fight. You will fight arm wrestling before work. Break time, you will fight arm wrestling. Closing, you fight arm wrestling. Even when we are going to bed, we have to fight arm wrestling before you go to. When I come there, you're not going to sleep. Always the
pull.
speed on the best side.
We
After
will
back-
pull. I am totally fine with pulling, and we will definitely pull. If you make your way out here, bro, and you go to Scott's house, I'll travel out there. We'll get some table time.
For sure. Awesome, man. Hey, it was good having you on the show, Wisdom. We'll get you back on again, but I'll talk to you soon, my brother.
Okay,
Peace
man.
and
Thank
love.
you very much. Thank you for your time.
All right, bud.
Take it easy,
Take
bro.
care.
You wanna play? Well, you don't have a choice. Stand up alive, cause the music hasn't died yet. You wanna play? Well, you don't have a choice. Stand up alive, cause the music